Opinion Jadavpur University, a legacy tarnished by political influence. The Jadavpur University's decline is a tragic commentary on the intersection of politics and education in Bengal. The varsity's future lies in the hands of its students, faculty, and policy makers. The Jadavpur University Jew once stood as a beacon of academic excellence and intellectual pride in Kolkata, a city known for its rich history of education and culture. Established in 1955, the Jew soon emerged as one of India's leading institutions, drawing students and scholars plagued by political influence, student violence, and a general decay in the quality of education. The question many ask today is, how did this transformation happen, and what is its significance for Bengal's education system at large? To understand the root cause of the Jews' decline, one must look back at the political landscape in Bengal. The Left Front, led by the Communist Party of India, Marxist or CPIM, ruled the state for over 3 decades, from 1977 to 2011. During this period, the left's dominance over educational institutions, including the Jew, was profound. Universities, colleges, and schools were not only seen as spaces for intellectual development but also as ideological battlegrounds, where the left entrenched its political influence. Campus elections, student unions, and the curriculum itself became platforms for the left to assert its power. The Jadavpur University, with its vibrant intellectual environment, became a microcosm of this larger political culture. The university's student body was deeply infused with leftist ideologies, and its faculty often followed the same political leanings. While political engagement and activism in educational institutions are not inherently negative, the left's grip on the Jew shifted the focus from academic excellence to political maneuvering. Over the years, the Jew became more associated with protests, strikes, and ideological conformity than with fostering an environment for free thought and scholarly pursuits. With the rise of the Trinamool Congress (TMC) in 2011 and the subsequent end of the Left Front's reign in Bengal, one might have expected a shift towards a more neutral, development-focused approach to education. However, the situation has not significantly improved. Mamata Banerjee's government, which came to power with promises of change, has often failed to dismantle the deeply entrenched political culture that had taken root under the left's long rule. Her government's approach to education has been marred by a lack of direction, corruption, and interference in academic affairs, further eroding the quality of education and administrative autonomy at Jew and other universities. This shift in leadership, combined with a lack of genuine reform, has left the Jew caught between two political forces. The left's remnants remain entrenched in the university's administrative and student bodies, while the TMC, in power at the state level, has done little to break the cycle of politicization. What was once an institution known for its intellectual diversity has become a battleground where political ideologies, rather than academic pursuit, dominate discussions. The Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), which is hoping for glory in the forthcoming assembly elections of 2026 as the opposition party in Bengal, might view the Jews' decline as an opportunity to capitalize on the disillusionment that many students and faculty members feel with the current state of affairs. The BJP has long accused Banerjee's government of stifling free speech and allowing political violence to flourish in institutions of higher learning. In such a situation, the Jew could provide a valuable platform for the BJP to present itself as a defender of academic freedom and a proponent of nonpartisan educational reform. The BJP might find resonance among students who are frustrated with the prevailing leftist politics that dominates the campus. By promoting a vision of an apolitical, merit-based education system, the BJP could attract those who feel suffocated by the ideological monopoly in the Jew. However, the party's approach needs to be nuanced. Merely opposing the leftist status quo is not enough. To win the hearts of Jew students, the BJP must present a clear agenda for improving academic standards, ensuring the autonomy of universities, and fostering a more inclusive and diverse campus culture. One of the most disturbing developments at the Jadavpur University has been the violent attacks on media personnel, who attempted to cover the protests and incidents on campus. This verbal and physical aggression towards journalists and media crew members is emblematic of a larger breakdown of democratic principles at the university and reveals the deepening intolerance for dissent and critical scrutiny, even in the very spaces that should be fostering open debate. It's important to note that the media, especially independent outlets, play a vital role in holding both government and opposition forces accountable. When students at the Jew, influenced by years of political indoctrination, resort to violence against the press, it signals a deeper rot in the educational system. What is at stake here is not just the reputation of a university, but the very idea of free thought and democratic dialogue that universities should ideally protect and promote. While much of the Jews' decline can be traced back to the left's influence, Banerjee's government has not been immune to criticism for its handling of the state's education system. Under her administration, the focus has shifted away from fostering academic excellence to securing political loyalty. Many universities, including the Jew, have seen the rise of violent student politics, with parties using educational spaces to further their agendas rather than promoting scholarly engagement. Banerjee's failure to tackle these issues has compounded the decline. Her inability to depoliticize institutions and create a genuinely conducive environment for learning has further alienated students who are caught between political factions. If she is to reclaim any credibility in the education sector, she must ensure that universities like the JU are freed from the grip of political parties, providing students with the autonomy to think critically and independently. The Jadavpur University's decline is a tragic commentary on the intersection of politics and education in Bengal. Today, to see anti-national slogans and graffiti on its walls is no surprise. Once a symbol of academic rigor, it is now a case study in how political interference can erode the very foundations of higher education. The BJP may see this as an opportunity to champion educational reforms, but to succeed, it must look beyond short-term political gains and focus on long-term structural changes. Ensuring academic autonomy, improving infrastructure, and creating an environment of intellectual freedom are essential if the JU is to reclaim its former glory. Ultimately, the Jadavpur University's future lies in the hands of its students, faculty, and policymakers. Only by breaking free from the political chains that bind it can the university hope to return to its former position as one of India's premier educational institutions. To expect this in West Bengal might be too much to ask for just now, and the fall of the JU will remain a sobering reminder of the perils of politicizing education. The author is a BJP spokesperson, writer, social worker, and a corporate learning and development expert. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect News 18's views. Nan.